new defender fake-out system. We've added new feedback systems.
Alright, so this is Toxinburn, and I'm about to do a little bit of MUT live streaming, Madden 17. Now, I have not streamed in a while. I don't really do it as much as I used to. I don't know. Anyway, I'm actually playing this obviously on Xbox as it's not on PC. We're going to do a little Ultimate Team and see how we do. Hopefully, by streaming I don't lag it too much, but we'll try not. Anyway, we'll just have to see. Alright, first off, I'm going to Ultimate Team. I forgot to get my daily card or whatever. My daily daily login pack, that's what I was trying to say. So I'm going to get that. Under a quick sale, because you can actually get two. I got to be getting close to unlocking his ass. Okay, that's one I just got. Now you can go to the pack section and buy another one for the day. If you haven't been doing that, then you're missing out. I started playing this a little later than I should have, but I've already pre-ordered the GOAT edition for 18, which comes out in August. I can't wait for it. You hear my dog whining in the background. Okay, so draft champions. I'm already in the middle of this one. I think I've got, I need 2 more wins to get to the playoffs, but I can only lose 1 time and I'm out, so that would suck. No, I gotta let my dog out. She's driving me crazy. Go ahead, go out. 1 minute. See if we can't find us a match. It's not too late, so we probably will. And we found us a match, so let's see if we get our ass whooped or whatever. It's always a possibility. Normally, though, I've noticed if you get ahead at all in this game, there's people that know how to apparently kick you and make you lose even if you're winning. So that's why I usually steer clear of draft champions for that reason, because it seems to be the most prevalent in that setting. But hopefully with 18 they find a way to stop that crap. I doubt it, but we'll see. EA is, they make good games, pretty fun games, mostly all of them, but unfortunately, they don't do a lot to stop the cheating.
For a great draft champions contest here, lucky to witness it. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing, they will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time.
We'll see. I'll be returning this kick.
A clash of 2 of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
All right. 4 verticals, nah. We'll see how this screen goes. It works pretty well for me a lot of times.
Throwing now, Elway on first down. And they'll set up the screen to go.
He's gone.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Todd Gurley, 75 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
He wasn't ready for that shit.
After running it that distance here, he had to catch it too before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it.
Ooh.
And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field.
One problem I have a lot, if you got any lag at all, when you do your field goals, it'll go right past the marker.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy.
Then he almost broke that loose on me. Alright, what are we going to try to do?
Here's Hoyer. And his first pass here is going to fall in.
He was trying to go over the top of me, it didn't work. So,
receiver out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
give him a little zone blitz.
About that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
The left side completion to Jones. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
Got me over the middle there.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks.
Snatched it.
And it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 36-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long play.
We're going to try the screen again. I don't know. We'll see if it works. Ran it all the way back on the first play, so.
One play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown.
Ah, he got me bad. He was ready for it that time.
See if it's that easy here. It's a loss of 8
All right.
the first down play. Got to give some credit there defensively.
Try this level switch.
Early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline.
Got a lot of them back there.
And try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And
got it.
Right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from,
move it.
where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy.
Nah, lost yards.
As soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Well, they tried to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice.
All right, we're going to go a little play action on this one. See what happens.
A great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And he fires one incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end.
All right, let's go back.
Second to third down.
That level switch.
Opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Now Elway on third and long. Cruises it over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They pick up 10, but
a 50-yard field goal.
so much about this game is just understanding situations.
Like that. We're going to do the same shit again, or try to.
Don't let them get there, and they really made the tackle.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They're going on fourth. It's Elway.
Lost it.
As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete.
Oh well. Sorry, I'm still ahead for now. I should have went up by 3 and kicked the field goal, but I didn't. So.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. To the left side here for Eifert. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's
You got to be shitting me, man.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
My controller just died on me. Great.
Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6. Hoyer. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
There's a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharp on the inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Murray the lone.
See, this is a problem with this game.
Now Hoyer to the left side here for Eifert. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 9 there on the first down.
This game is so fucked up. Like, now that happened, I can't even pick a play.
But now you get to sit up here with me. Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And
I cannot even pick a fucking play. Great.
Brings up a nice second down for him.
Shit. Can't pick a play. I'm going to try something, hope that works. I don't know, I doubt it though. Well, unfortunately, this controller is not going to sync back up. That's a problem with the Xbox. I don't think it's going to work. Shit. Yeah, so I can't pick a play. Well, I'm going to have to reset the whole fucking game and take a loss, unfortunately. Well, that really sucks. Well, son of a bitch. I'll have to fix that. There's nothing I can do about it. I did not know my controller was dead. But just fair warning for anybody. If your controller dies while you're playing Madden football,
EA Sports.
that shit will not pick back up. It will just let you lose the game. And you'll lose because you actually get kicked, because what happens is it goes and it won't pick up your controller again, and then it will actually kick you for delaying the game. So I hope if they see this that they'll fix that shit. I doubt that they're going to, though. So anyway, let me fix all this. Get back to the game here. What you know, it messes up, of course. There we go. Got it back finally. Now I'm going to have to try this all over again, because I'm going to get automatic loss for that. That really sucks. Nothing I can do about it, though. Alright. This controller is good and charged up, thankfully. And I hope like hell I don't do that again. That really sucked. That's all I can say. Yes, continue. So now I can't lose at all, even though I was on a 4-win streak, and I was probably going to beat that guy as well, but hey, what can I say? Shit happens. He gets a free win because I didn't make sure my charger or batteries were charged. But yeah, if your batteries go dead on your remote, or you pull them out, or you somehow turn off your controller whatsoever, you cannot get back into the game. You literally have to close out the game or start a different game in order for the controller to work in Madden again. So that really sucks, but that's exactly what happens. Sadly.
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup, and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll.
Probably the shittiest part too is that it costs 9,000 coins just to get 3 tickets.
Ready to go now on a sunny afternoon in the East Bay, and we are underway here in Draft Champions. It's a very short kick taken by Huffman, and they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Let's try the same on him. Might work, might not. Depends on the guy. Depends on what he's got for me to counter it,
Throwing now, Elway on first down.
Ooh.
And his first look is incomplete. Ben Watson,
All right, he's
the intended target.
guarding that shit.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
2nd and 10, Elway. That's complete to a former Saint. It's Ben Watson.
Woo.
17 yards on the pickup there.
Dropped it right on in there.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
Got old school John Elway as my quarterback.
I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Got an open man. It's a noon one. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to carry the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to
first down
on the defender's part.
Always so
with the quickness.
For those DBs, aren't you? Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets them a new set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. On first, they'll throw with Elway. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On 2nd down, Elway. Anuno's got it. Complete.
Ooh, I should have just kept going.
Too shy of the 10. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be. And
he slapped it out of there.
Target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Elway. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
Right on in there.
He is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Todd Gurley, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys.
All right, so now I'm basically where I was in the last game. I had to take a loss over, but shit. It's my own fault for not looking at the controller better. That's what happens. Piss poor planning equals piss poor results. Okay. Now I got to figure out this dude's offense and what's he gonna do.
Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon, and he will lose yardage.
He's probably going to be one of those likes to run a few and then try for a deep ball. But I'm going to be ready for it.
They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull.
That's when you want to go to these zone blitzes. That's what he's trying to go over.
And create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Yeah, he wanted to go long, but he had nothing. So he tried to go to the side and bulleted it in there before the guy was in position. So now we got a 3rd and 11. He's definitely going to pass. I like these, the hard flats, because he may go over, but I don't know yet.
On 3rd down, Elway. And that one drops incomplete.
Ooh, went out of bounds.
He was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good.
I thought he had that.
Couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there. That's winning football.
Very surprised.
Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. So here we go. Elway on 4th down. And this is incomplete.
Oh,
A
close.
surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas
So,
will take
we
over
are doing all right.
field position. On 1st and 10, Elway. Caught. It's Cruz left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's
Ran right into him. It's terrible.
Because he'll have all that time to find someone open.
And try to get up in there again.
For so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe
Ooh, almost got it. Man.
Try and get more pressure at the passer.
They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Setting alongside.
All right, we got a little break here.
As it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. Third and 2. Now Elway.
Got it.
Caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Woo!
Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Now we're up by 2 touchdowns, so what are we going to get now? This is usually the point where the people will disconnect or give up most of the time.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Calling for the fair catch again.
All
right.
How does the Saints offense now?
We really just need to eat a little clock.
And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
Okay, he's already going to start trying to go over top of me.
The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now Elway to throw. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely.
All right, you got a few there.
Near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of
Yeah, we don't even need that. So
picking it up and making sure it was a catch.
2nd down now after the pass completion. On 2nd down, Elway going underneath for Gordon. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Elway to throw again. And that is
phew, almost picked it.
Trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. And 4th down coming up.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch.
You got to be really fast. You got to really get these controls down quick. Because other teams usually not going to give you much time to get set up defensively. They're trying to get everything set based off of where you're standing in such a way that they can, you know, throw one down the field on you.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
All right, so you called a timeout. He's trying to figure out the play he wants to do.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Elway.
Oh, I should have had that. Damn, I should have had that. I broke free in the hole, and he threw it right over me. So
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't.
It's all good. Time's a ticking.
But boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on, or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, get a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job
Man.
crew on the camera shot.
They didn't want to go down. Tough son of a bitch.
Rubber pellets flying up. Great
Tough dog.
So they're operating in the red zone. They come out here in the I. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive, but they'd be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run.
He's trying, boy.
A gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. Third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Third and goal. Elway. And this is
Stopped it.
Incomplete.
It was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But
I don't think he's going to run it. So
in the end zone, in this compressed area of the field, that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
They're going on 4th. It's Elway.
he dropped it. All right, we'll get the ball. That.
Turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. Now the Cowboys offense.
He felt like he had to do that probably. I mean, this game is fast-paced.
Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way.
Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout.
Well, I got up a little bit.
Remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here.
I still didn't make any yards.
On the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They come out here in the I. On 3rd down, Elway. He hits his target, left side, Watson. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And from their own end zone, it's a fake.
Oh, he got me for a fucking safety.
Not only do they not get the
Oh.
yardage as well. But I guess I'll be charitable and say that that was not a very smart decision.
You're being very
generous, and it leads to 2 points, Charles.
Yeah, didn't we see Deshaun Jackson do something almost like this on a Monday night game against the Cowboys? I mean, he's trying to make something happen.
It's all right. It's all right.
But you got to know your situations. You got to know you can't do it there.
I should have just punted it to begin with.
Ends up costing them 2 points.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks Tips the ball away.
All right.
Ball's incomplete.
So he only gets 2 points out of that, but
12-point game at the break. As we send you
I'm kicking it back to him.
our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report.
Hopefully,
So both teams have their
I get it back before he has a chance to get back down there. He's going to wave it, do it. You got to figure out, like, everything your opponent's doing, kind of, or a lot of it helps.
They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 10 yards still left on second down. Second and 10, Elway. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. From the gun on third down, it's Elway. And he couldn't hang on to
I should have picked it. Luckily, dude dropped it.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away.
Yeah, if he really punts it, I'll be surprised.
That's a pass he's got to have, and a pass he should.
No, he's not going to punt it.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. So here we go. Elway on 4th down.
You got it. You got it.
11 yards on the pickup, and they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And quickly, they get to the line. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it.
Almost snatched that.
Ball pops out.
Almost snatched it.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Again on second and 10, it's Elway. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep. Wiley.
Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book.
Got it.
For Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael. And he's just across midfield.
Finally.
At the 49-yard.
Finally, boys, you got to pick.
The offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. I really don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's
This will run.
way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him.
First down.
You don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash. Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
1st and 10, Elway. And Watson has it right side. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here on me.
Oh, shit. I saw it coming as soon as it left my hand. He's gone.
There he goes.
Oh! Oh, well. It's all right. I shouldn't have threw the ball like that.
You and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
All right. Kick return. What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
That didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, Elway. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender.
Get on in there. The 1st down.
The quarterback a really nice target.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. And this will probably be the last.
All right, we're going to let the clock run to the 4th.
On that play, 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guy.
You got to have clock management also.
Get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
Fresh set of downs here. Throwing now, Elway.
Missed it.
Incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go for the screen. My favorite screen pass right here.
On the 1st down pass play.
Might work and it might not.
2nd and 10, Elway.
No, he's right there with me.
Defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in.
1st down, baby.
And he will have the 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And on display right there, the arm that made John Elway.
That's how you come back.
And that's going to leave a mark, because when he throws it with that much force, one of the best arms the game has ever seen, one of the strongest ones, it does leave a mark. They actually called it the Elway cross, because you could see the imprint on a player after he caught one of those bullet passes.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yard.
Do some of that sneaky underneath shit.
Play like that, where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot. That's a big-time play by the defense.
Incomplete. Ben Watson.
Woo! You almost had that.
And it's 3rd and short.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. So
just like the guy playing out on the corner, lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
They'll try and pick up the 1st with Gurley.
all right, we got it.
The 1st down as they bring him down at the 20.
Let's run the halfback swing the opposite side this time and see if we can get anything going. Maybe we'll.
And move forward and pick up the 1st down.
Now Elway on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if
So far, it's working.
Skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a task to match up to him.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. On 3rd down, Elway. And he's got a moonwalk. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
2 minutes left in the game, so
We'll come back for the
he does have all of his timeouts. So right here, we need to at least get points.
Elway to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Anunua that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive. Now Elway, and they'll set up the screen to Gurley.
Still didn't get in.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
We're going to try this shit one more time. I think, anyway. Hopefully it'll work.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. An extra DB defensively here. Big stop needed on 3rd and goal.
He may be a blitzer.
Throwing now is Elway. And that is incomplete.
All defenders.
All right, we're going to get this field goal.
Lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it.
I'm going to miss it. Fuck, I missed it.
And this score will stay right where it is.
Still, it always glitches right there on me.
And you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Yeah, we know. He's only down by 5, so.
He'll look to throw. And he hits Jermaine Kearse. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And captain comeback John Elway, Charles. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He's back to throw. And Davis with it left side. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little
2nd and 4.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back to throw. And finding Davis here, the tight end. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. That's what they need.
He's going to need more than a field goal, so.
Stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. Give him a couple.
He didn't give much there.
2nd and 8.
Clock's rolling.
And you know you got a drag route on as your primary call. You got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage.
He's close enough for a field goal, but he needs a touchdown to win.
So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Here's Elway. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
All right. It's time for him to win or lose right here. If he gets it, he wins. If I stop him, it's over.
They're down by 5. They've got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Now it's 4th and 13. Cover 3 zone sky press. We're going to go over top.
They're going to go for it here on fourth down. There we go. It's Elway on fourth down. He's got Curse. And he gets this one all the way.
He's got 2 seconds.
The 20-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One last shot for Elway. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that?
But it's over.
Wow, what it is.
Don't matter. We win.
About a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his scope really got out of whack, didn't it?
That was crazy.
Into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The thing is, if I wouldn't have picked that shit back up, and he would have, it would have been a touchdown, and I would have lost. So, did what I had to do, and it worked. It's another win
So that'll do it
for
for
me.
us. For my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Draft Champions here on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com/Madden. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.
Okay, let's see who we get next. I think I just need one more win for playoffs. Or one more loss to be out of it. Yeah, one more win. One more win. Can we make it happen, Captain?
Thank you, Larry. Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis here in the booth. We are set for a spectacular draft champions matchup and some spectacular talent on your screen right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get
Guys got some good defensive players. Good wide receiver, too.
Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting.
Oh, man.
To start this thing. And the Cowboys are able to.
All right, we got it.
Well, they tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. Maybe you tried that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
He's already pausing. Is he going to give out that quick? I've seen people do it. Huh. Connection to my peer has been lost. That would appear to be that he unplugged his Xbox. So I hope I don't get the loss to that whenever he clearly did that shit. However, would not surprise me. Yeah, I got the win. So. What? Oh, okay, so. Or they gave me a loss for that? I think they did. And you can't add these, for some reason you can't add these to sets yet. You have to wait and go back and do it later. It'd be cool if I actually got some good players in here, but that shit just doesn't really happen. And we got 3 tickets so that we can do this again. All right. Oh yeah, they gave me the fucking loss on that. They gave me the loss on that game because he disconnected from me. Isn't that some bullshit? Vertical offense through 4. That's pretty fucked up, I gotta say.
Oh, how about this for a tough decision early on? Which direction they go here is going to say, oh, I tell you, you're not going to get too far in this competition without a superstar
Adrian
or
Peterson.
two. And this guy right here certainly fits that billing.
Man, it's hard to say here.
One thing this team's going to need is some leaders, and they've got one right here.
I think we definitely need a big center.
One Philadelphia Eagle has already been taken in this draft. Could they double up and take another one here?
That's a good right tackle. Okay.
In these middle rounds, you have to start asking yourself, do you settle for what's available now?
Good free safeties.
That's a pick that'll solve a lot of problems out there. He'll fit in nicely. Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before. And I think that pick comes to the surprise of nobody. You had to figure they'd lean that way if a player from that team became available.
Definitely want some good right and left ends.
Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to them or go after someone who can help you up front?
We need some wide receivers because I like to throw. So.
And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late. These are tough decisions here. Offense or defense? Which side has the more pressing need?
I can use a better tight end for sure.
Both offensive and defensive options here. They might have to ask themselves which side of the ball needs more attention. Oh, did they get themselves a player here or what?
Free safety. He'd be better for sure. Wide receiver though. Got two decent ones already. Got a good halfback, quarterback. Unless I'm going to push him down a little bit.
Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches or someone who can really help you out at a playmaker type spot?
He'd be better than one I have, but he would be about the same. Damn. Let's still go with this left tackle. We don't have one, so.
Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap.
We're going to have to go with this left outside linebacker. And we'll just have to see how that goes.
Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff.
Sorry, I was playing a mobile game at the same time. But.
And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway.
As you might have seen, the last guy I played disconnected on himself, and I got the loss.
Chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchdown.
Because that's how they like to do shit.
The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one.
All right, dude.
Next time.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Our coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets
Interception. Ba-ding! See, that's why I got those.
And his crew will take over with
That's why you pick the defense.
5-yard line. That can be a downside of putting together a team in draft champions week 1. It's early. You might have some of these mistakes.
You're exactly right, because it does take time to build chemistry, trust, right? Understanding where guys are going to be. And I think that's what led to the interception. They just don't know each other well enough yet. That should build up as the season goes on.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On first, they'll throw with Elway. Complete to Newsom. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be a Dallas 1st down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks.
Wasn't enough to get there. We're going to get it, though.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll run it. Here's Peterson.
Got it.
Official gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations.
Now we're going to switch it up.
3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the
Just a little bit.
Try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing now, Elway on 1st down.
Ooh.
And the tip there altered the ball flight.
Almost got it.
Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 2nd down, Peterson.
Dragon fools.
But it's near the 5 at the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now a play fake here.
Ooh, they nailed me.
Jonathan Casillas leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So
All right, let's try that again.
There by the defense.
Maybe.
And now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elway. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be real with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back live
Into the first. Going to the second quarter now.
It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
This might be a bad choice, but we'll see.
Here's Hoyer. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot and make sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
On first, here's Washington. And a nice Nice run past the 30-yard line there. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
On 2nd down, Washington looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way
he's
you
moving.
control the game.
Give him 11 yards and time.
Slowly, but he is moving.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now Hoyer. And it pops free. The collision jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd
All right.
down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Hoyer steps away to his left. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Got it. So that's what you do. You kind of make the quarterback think you're going to nail him, but give him time to make a bad throw first. That's usually what happens. You get a lot of interceptions that way.
Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going.
Oh, shit. You got one, too. My guy ran right past the ball.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He'll drop to throw, and a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Got a man, it's right. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd down and 4. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an
He held it.
you're not in,
Shit.
that's where they throw the football.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
So apparently me and this fella got some pretty good defense.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A dump off to Anderson. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here's Hoyer. Looking left side. That's caught by Macklin. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward.
I think he's going to go for one more pass play.
Play after play on this long drive for the offense. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now Hoyer. Incomplete.
There we go. Had to nail him hard.
The veteran Jeremy Macklin was the intended.
He's going to go for the fake field goal, probably.
In a tough spot to drop that down here.
No, he's not even going to do that.
So many times when you analyze a play like this, you talk about the people around him and maybe his focus was gone. Sometimes just simply him understanding how close he is to the end zone and a chance to score.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Elway. Wide open receiver. Complete.
It was worth a shot, you know.
Plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As we'll send you down to
All right, well, I'm getting the ball back, so I need to get in here and score quick.
Sports halftime report. Larry? Come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. There are 0 points on the score.
I know I can get in there. It's just a matter of, you know, actually getting into the end zone.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Peterson alone in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game. A really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it? Or is that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
From midfield, Elway. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing now, Elway on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 17.
It's working. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
First down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now it's Elway.
Oh, I missed it.
This one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Jennings. And it's 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good.
I like this play too.
This one. No doubt about it. And in today's NFL,
he's probably expecting me to do the same shit again. So
this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Touchdown.
And he'll take it in. into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Adrian Peterson from 13 yards out, and the Cowboys are in for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Finally got us a score here.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get...
That guy was bouncing like pinball in there.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. Hoyer. He's got Cruz complete.
It was wide open.
Midfield to the 45. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred. Still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
That was a good sack right there.
He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And they're going to have a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what he said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit.
All right, made him drop it.
Get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. And keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's right.
We should have been there. I could have stopped it.
To the 35.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah. After that,
We're starting the fourth quarter.
They were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. Here's Hoyer. Incomplete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. They'll get 19 yards there. And the Eagles are going to have a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to do.
They got on in there. You got to be kidding me.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Washington.
Oh, well.
Yards. And the Eagles
We got time.
An extra point of tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
All right.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting.
First down.
And continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Elway throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance.
Just got to keep moving up. At least get up there to the field goal range.
Big time run, big time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here's Elway. Complete to Newsom. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied. See if they can get the ball back for the offense. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Five yards left for the offense. It's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 20.
Good one, good one, good one.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Old school defensive tackle play dictators just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they've got it in.
Yes.
10 at the 8. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first.
This is where you run the clock out, and you either get a touchdown or
Side here. In fact,
a field goal and win the game.
A small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
They'll run with Peterson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Peterson alone in the backfield. Here's Elway. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
All I can really do is try to run up the clock a little bit more.
It's third and goal now from the 10. They come out here in the I. Here's Peterson on third and goal. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell.
I'm going to miss it. No, I got it.
And Boswell's kick is...
Phew! So he's got 22 seconds. It's enough time, believe it or not, but he has no timeouts.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but They've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
All right, he's got 19 seconds.
Able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field.
Ooh, almost got it.
Or,
Should have had that.
Another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs.
That's it.
Can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
And we win. Got to do that clock management.
Game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, it's 12:30 for me now. All right, I guess I'm going to do one last game, and then I got to call tonight. Kind of like how it goes back, shows the highlights, you know, especially when you win. Like, oh yeah, I remember
For Charles Davis,
I remember doing that.
Crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Draft Champions here on EA Sports. For more, head on over
Really
to
though,
EA Sports.
it was the takeaways that I got and capitalized on.
Say so long from Buffalo.
Because my, well, my pass completions were quite a bit better than his, but that's about it. I make a lot of people quit with my defense. I'm pretty good at with, you know, stopping their passes. This will be my final game for the night, because I got to go to work tomorrow. And maybe when I get home, I'll play some more. We'll see. Just depends on what's going on. Sounds like we got confused birds outside whistling.
All right, Larry, hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing. They will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. Two teams here amped and ready for football, and off we go in week 2 of Draft Champions.
All right, he's calling a fair catch.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Second down, Mariota. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 8 yards.
He had too much time.
Now they face third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. Doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move.
Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it.
And we got it.
And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Woo.
Without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
I don't see the normal screen pass I like to do.
And the offense behind the chains
Hurry up.
a touch on 2nd and 11. Time running out here on the play clock. They get it off at 1. Elway. They can't bring it down.
The weight room does work.
Out of the backfield, Adrian Peterson was the intended target. And it's third down.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying
Got
to
it.
go downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball. And that didn't happen on that play.
And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second.
All right, we're gonna have to be crafty down here in the red zone.
And I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Elway to throw on 2nd. And he is into
Got
the
it.
zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hurns from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in big.
All right, that's how you capitalize on a pick.
Out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will not.
Now let's see what happens. They were moving on us, so
For a touchback. And now out come the Patriots.
it's always nice to be up one,
Last
though.
time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty.
Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
Touchdown. Back to back, baby.
Cowboys.
This is where he's going to quit. He'll probably quit.
Fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen for Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards.
Nah, I was set up for another pick and I dove. Shit.
18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, New England. Red zone opportunity.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. David Irving in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Mariota completes it right side to Cooper. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. 3rd and long here for Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him.
How we get? He was holding the football. Well, it's completely robbed on that shit.
Line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Working out of the gun, Mariota. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time.
Anybody that watches the stream will have to have seen that shit. Somehow I get a roughing the passer while the passer's holding the football. Should have been a turnover. Oh well. Still up by 2 touchdowns.
You're so old. You're only 65. They come out here in the eye. Here's Mariota. He'll buy some time right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. David Irving in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and goal. Mariota. And this is caught. It's Cooper.
No, didn't catch it.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Come on.
Play clock running out. Mike McCoy realizes it.
He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And they'll run for it with Miller.
He didn't get it.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watching that party.
On first, they'll throw with Elway. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. Doug Baldwin.
See you later, guys. I'm gone.
20, 10, touchdown.
Woo! And he's going to quit. Well, at least he did it the right way. Got to give him his props for that. went up to another division. Whew, okay. Let's see, it's 12:45. Damn. Alright, tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and get off here and take my ass to bed. But I will be back tomorrow and we'll continue this and see how many more people I can make quit. Anyway, that's 2 out of the 6 wins. We got no losses so far, so need 4 more wins to get to playoffs. And I'm going to put my shit on the charger so I don't have the problem I had earlier. I was literally, that was the only win I needed to get to playoffs whenever the batteries died. And as you saw, if your batteries die, or you take them out, or you drop your controller and it goes off, anything like that, you will not be able to continue the game. With Madden, it's the only game I know that does that, but there may be others. Anyhow, they know about the problem, but they won't fix it, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with 18. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed watching some football, and I'm getting real excited for the real football season. It's coming soon, so anyway, if y'all like my stream and like my content, feel free to give me a like or a follow and check back. And I will be back around. I multi-stream. I do Twitch, Beam, and YouTube as well. All right, that's it. Have a good one.